Hello, my name is Sultry Movie Girl, and today I'm back again with another video, and this time it's Killing Time by Cindy Gerread. Killing Time is the story of Mike Brown. Mike Brown used to be a part of what he called the One-Eyed Jack crew. It was a group of mainly men who worked at former military, government contractors. You know, we hear about them all the time in the news, and Cindy Gerread has brought them to life in this action-packed story. So what happened is, Mike Brown was working in Lima, Peru, I believe it was, and he's an operative for the government, and he gets into a situation after an operation called Operation Slam Dunk goes bad, and many civilians and military personnel who were his comrades at the time are killed during an ambush. And Mike has literally been drunk. He's been in the bottom of a vodka bottle or whiskey, as is the tradition with this crew. Whiskey, I think it was. And he's trying to hold on to his sobriety for 8 years, but there's one time of year, Mike holds on to his sobriety, except for one time of year, and that was it's been 8 years since Operation Slam Dunk went sideways, and Mike took the blame and was dishonorably discharged and became the fall guy for the operation going wrong. In the meantime, there's this woman named Eva Salinas, and she was married to a person named Raymond. Raymond was one of Mike's comrades and was killed in the operation when it went wrong. What happens next is he's in a bar, in this little dinky dour bar in Lima, Peru, and he comes across Eve. Eve has a mission, so she decides to seduce and inject him with ketamine. She gets the drop on him by seducing him. She's very sexy and very whatever, like in all these stories. She's very sexy, and she uses her sexuality to draw Mike in and the drop on him. But what's very interesting is that she just wants justice for her husband. She wants answers, and she's not gonna get them. If she's a nice person, she's not gonna get them. And oh, by the way, somebody gave her a flash drive containing all of the pertinent information about the operation and what happened, and now someone else wants her dead. So there's that. But in the realistic interest of this video, I just have to say this. They fall in love very quickly. I don't know if I could forgive anybody if they injected me with ketamine and got the drop on me and proceeded to interrogate the living daylights out of me. I am not sure if I could forgive them for that, but that's just me. Anyway, I'll be back in the next section of this video with my favorite scene, so I'll talk to you then. My favorite scene from Killing Time is a scene where he's not exactly sure who Eve is. She's not even using that name when she first approaches him. She's using the name, I believe it was Pamela. She's using the name Pamela, which is absolutely ridiculous. But anyway, she's using that name, and she's telling him just outrageous things about herself, and it's not really true, and you don't know what is. So finally, he says, cut the crap. I need to know exactly what's going on. But the interesting part, other than her getting the drop on Mike, she's like, she knows how to fight. She knows like karate, and she works for the CIA, so she's kind of a spook. Not really. She's just sitting at a desk or whatever. But the most interesting part is when they get the background check back from, I believe it was Joe Green. Joe Green is another character in another story which I haven't yet read, but it continues in the same vein as all the rest of the stories do. And what happens is you find out that she's a lawyer, she's a CIA, she's not necessarily an agent, but she has a lot going for her. So in order for them to solve this case, that he finds out a whole bunch about her. She's the daughter of a JAG officer. She's really smart. She can kick your butt. She's just overall a really, 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 really good character. She's not somebody who's going to sit around and say, woe is me, she does cry sometimes, so she's not a total, what you would call, cyborg, if you remember Total Recall or Terminator. Okay, if you remember Terminator and how tough Arnold Schwarzenegger was, and he never showed any emotion, that's not Eve. Initially, that's Eve. She has a total like badass, because she gets the job on Mike. She has a total badass reputation for that. For me, that's the thing, because I'm so used to seeing these like in Collision Point. The female character in Collision Point was very, I want to do stuff on my own, but she was still dependent on her father and dependent on people rescuing her. This is not Eve. Eve is a totally different character. Given these are two different writers, but they could have written the same kind of female character that some authors always do. But this is what I appreciate about Cindy Gerread. Cindy Gerread does not let her female characters sit like a bump on a log waiting to be rescued. She just doesn't do that, and I really appreciate it, and I really appreciate the fact that when they come across, there's another scene too. When they come across, there's this group, a government fringe group that absolutely reminds me of David Koresh and his group of people, the Branch Davidians. That in this book they're called UWD, United We Denounce, and it's a fringe group, and it talks about overthrowing all these groups talk about the same thing. They talk about overthrowing the government and just taking it over and causing mass chaos and mass destruction. So in the process of finding out about what happened with Operation Slam Dunk, they're forced to join this group, and they're forced to infiltrate and act like they want to be a part of the group. The group does not respect women. Women are workers. Men play war games, and that's just how it works. But in this case, Eve is able to adapt along with her clothing and her dress and what she says and her background information, which they do give her. By the way, they give her a folder of background information, just as they do Mike, but her background information is actually, the majority of what they give her as background information is actually true. So she's kick-ass, she's a lawyer, she's a doer, she doesn't allow things, if things don't settle right with her, she's gonna say so. Like there's another scene too. There's this scene where they've just discovered these like high-powered weapons, and she goes, it's not about us anymore. It's not about clearing your name. It's not about any of these. If these weapons get into the wrong hands, we're all in deep crap. So pretty much she's the voice of reason. She's the doer. She gets Mike up off his behind to do what he needs to do, despite what Mike thinks. And I just think she's an all-around good character. Anyway, those two scenes are what really get me, you know, when she says, when they discover the guns and she says, it's not about us anymore. If these guns get into the wrong hands, we're all screwed. It's just that simple. So reinforcements are called in, but I just love Eve. She's not a wallflower. She's not waiting to be rescued. She doesn't take crap, and it's just a very all-around wonderful story, except for the ketamine issue. And I do have another issue as well. The issue of them falling in love so quickly. I have an issue with that. It's like, it's not exactly insta-love, but it's insta-lust. But I understand that, but still, I don't think I'd be so quick to forgive someone if they did some of the things that Eve did to Mike. Anyway, that's the end of this review. I really enjoyed the book, and I hope that you'll leave me a comment letting me know what you thought of this review. And please subscribe to the channel to see more videos like this one. And I'll be back shortly with another video. Hopefully, I'll be back with Taking Fire very soon. So I'll see you for that video. And hopefully, you'll subscribe and comment and like this video. And I'll see you in my next video. Bye.